If you're an older player or you have hip, knee, ankle problems, you probably find it hard to move around a lot when you're playing table tennis, but you can still have plenty of success. I'm going to show you how you can win table tennis matches without moving that much. Let's take a look.
This video is sponsored by Brybar, the best table tennis equipment company. Brybar sell bats, rubbers, blades, balls, clothing, tables. They have great offers and they ship worldwide. Go to brybartt.co.uk.
First, we're going to talk about me. Have you ever wondered why I look so stiff when I play? Have you ever thought that my lower body and upper body looks disconnected? That somehow my legs don't really seem to work? Well, here's an explanation. When I was 12 years old playing football, I tore my anterior cruciate ligament in my right knee and I needed reconstruction surgery to repair it. One surgeon said I would need a walking stick by age 40. Another surgeon said I should never do sports again and maybe just play chess instead. So because of my knackered right knee, I do find footwork a major challenge. The range of movement in my right knee is limited. I'm often playing in pain, and because of this, I end up putting too much weight onto my left leg and not the weight on my right leg, and this leads to instability. But there's no point feeling sorry for myself. I've had to find ways of playing and trying to win with this limitation. So here are my top tips for winning at table tennis without moving that much. If you go all the way back here, then you've got a much bigger space that you've got to cover, and you're going to have to move around it much more. But if you play closer to the table, really, you can take one step to play your backhand, one step to take your forehand. You've pretty much got the whole table covered, and not much movement is needed at all. By staying closer, it means you're going to contact the ball earlier, and this means the ball's going to come at your opponent sooner. It gives them less time to react, and you can force your opponent to make errors by rushing them, taking the ball early, making them feel uncomfortable. Forget about taking huge big swings. That requires way too much movement and athleticism. If you use more efficient swings, you'll give yourself more recovery time. You'll be able to stay closer to the table. You'll find it easier to switch between forehands and backhands. And again, you won't have to move around as much. With these shorter strokes, you might not be able to play with a huge amount of power, but you'll be quick. You'll be taking the ball early, you'll be rushing your opponent, and this can be just as effective as playing with lots of power. Your goal is to use short, sharp, fast strokes. Try to get really good at your ball placement. Aim your shots into the corners. Aim your shots at your opponent's crossover position, roughly their hip, their elbow, somewhere in that area. Aim your shots wider off the side of the table, and keep changing the direction of play. When you make your opponent move around a lot, the balls tend to come back a little bit easier. You're the one dictating the play with your ball placement. You're the one making your opponent move, and your opponent is having to react to all of this. So the balls come back a little bit easier, all of which means you don't have to move that much. If you've got limited movement, it's really quite difficult to be an all-out attacker. So you need to use a variety of shots. It's fine to use some pushes to try to frustrate your opponent. Try to get plenty of backspin, and sometimes your opponent is going to make mistakes. You can use blocks to return your opponent's attacks. If you stay closer to the table and block the ball early, that can easily win you a point. And of course, you should attack too when you get the chance, particularly when there's a weaker ball or your opponent's giving you a predictable shot, then go for the attack. But you don't have to hit a winner with every shot. Be happy to force some errors from your opponent with your placement, early timing, or your spin. In summary, if your body is good and you have a full range of movement in the legs, then of course, absolutely, footwork should be a major part of your game, and you should try to use your legs as much as possible because they're going to help you move quickly, generate more power, generate more spin. But if you do have problems with your hips, your knees, your ankles, and your movement is limited, then the tips in this video could really help you. Play closer to the table, shorten your strokes, try to get really good at your ball placement, and mix up your shots. Now, this doesn't guarantee success, but it will allow you to be more competitive against more mobile opponents. Give it a go, and let me know how you get on. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and want more coaching tips, please join my online academy. You'll get in-depth courses, training drills, video analysis, real-life coaching sessions, and much more. Sign up at tomsttacademy.com.